Modern fitness and exercise science bludgeons us with an overwhelming flood of data, clinical studies, and research results. It often seems like fitness is something that is impossible to do right. But if we look at it from an evolutionary view and see the primate within us, we see that fitness is something that is impossible to do wrong. If we move consistently and vigorously, our bodies will remain substantially healthy. So let us begin with this movement routine that is for all levels. Let's start by simply raising the arms to your side and overhead, and then slowly down in front of the body. Start to connect to your breath and feel the spine, the shoulders, and the hips lengthen and open up. Let's do one more. This is going to be some light and easy strength work, perfect for beginners or if you need a quick movement snack during the day. So let's hip hinge, keeping your spine straight. I want you to drive your hips backwards, lower the torso towards the ground, and stand back up. You should feel a nice stretch through the back of your legs, those hamstrings and those calves. You should also feel that booty work a little bit here. And as we go on with these reps, I want you to see if you can get slightly deeper each time. Just be sure not to round that spine. Keep your chest open and proud. It's really amazing what this simple hip hinge movement can do. I've seen it alleviate people's back pain, stretch the hamstrings, strengthen the glutes, make the posture better. And on this last rep, hold for a few seconds, stand up, and feel the power, baby. Okay, no time to chit chat. We must move to our next exercise. Place your hands down on the ground and come into a plank position. Really push the ground firmly and raise the hips to make yourself into a triangle position. Feel the hamstrings and calves stretch and then smoothly push yourself back to the plank. We're going to do 5 more of these, and I want you all to really work on making this motion nice and fluid. It's about much more than the end positions. It's more about the motion and the fluidity. Draw some inspiration from this ocean here. Be like the water. Whenever people have shoulder problems, I always ask them, how much do you touch the ground with your hands? The connection between the ground, hand, and shoulder creates an incredible foundation of strength and stability. So let's finish up with one more here. Feel the shoulders push and feel the hamstrings stretch. Excellent work. Go ahead and give yourself a quick break here. Relax those muscles, breathe, and recharge for this next exercise. And if you're enjoying this routine, I really appreciate it if you go to your screen and you click that like button. Okay, next movement is the split squat. So take a split stance here. Pretend you're an MMA fighter. Lower the knee down towards the ground under control and then stand back up. If you want some extra challenge here, you can keep the knee from touching the ground. This really challenges the hips and the leg strength. If you're not able to do that, it's fine to rest your knee down on the ground. And if this is too challenging altogether, place your hands on a table beside you for assistance. This will be our last rep. Pause at the bottom for a second and stand back up. Excellent. Shake that off and we'll switch sides. So once again, we take our split stance. That torso remains upright. We drop the knee down towards the ground, and then we stand back up. As you can see on this side, I'm having a little bit of balance issues, and if that same thing is happening to you, it's completely fine. That's part of the exercise, to find that balance, to center and align yourself. We're going to do 2 more reps here. And guys, if you're a beginner and you're trying to get in shape, I find it far more beneficial to do small, frequent routines like this rather than going to the gym and blasting yourself. While we're sitting for 8 hours a day, our body is craving movement. With that being said, go ahead and sit down on the ground. Place your hands down behind your hips, fingers pointing backwards. From here, let's lift and extend the hips upwards towards the sky. Now, if you're stiff through the shoulders and the hips, you won't be able to lift your hips as high as I can, and that's completely fine. Just work through the range that feels comfortable for you. Our main objective in this exercise is to feel that chest expand and open, and to feel the back of the shoulders work to really press that ground away. Once again, how often do you touch the ground? And as we get deeper into these reps, see if you can challenge yourself to lift the hips a little bit higher, to open the chest a little bit more. The best way to make gains in your body, whether it's stretching or strengthening, is to push yourself just slightly to the edge of your comfort zone. Let's do one final rep here, and remember that too easy won't get you anywhere. Too hard can lead to overuse and injury. So find that happy medium. So I have a quick question for you guys. I want to know, which follow-alongs do you like best? The stretching, the strengthening, or the ones that incorporate both? Comment below and let me know. And let's move to some nice and easy squats here. I'm starting with just dropping the hips down to knee level. Take this at your own pace. I just want you to start bending the knees and dropping the hips down to a comfortable position for you. If you're finding this really challenging for you, then simply place something under your heels. Truth be told, I'm on a slight downward hill here, which makes squats so much easier. So as we move along here, as long as there's no discomfort, see if you can deepen your squat. See if you can bring those hips down lower and lower and get full bend through the knee. The simple body weight squat is one of the #1 tools for strength and mobility in your body. If you can master this exercise, then you will no doubt feel amazing. And on this last rep, we're just going to sit at the bottom position for about 10 seconds. And if this is too hard for you, feel free to just stand back up and take yourself a nice little rest. And don't be disappointed if there's anything that you can't do in this routine. Just be happy for the things that you can do. And before you know it, you'll be able to do it all. So we are going to revisit our plank to downward dog, and we're going to make it a tad bit more challenging by adding a push-up. Lower under control, push your way back up into the triangle position. If the push-up is too challenging, no problem. Lower down, rest the body on the ground, and press back up on your knees. This can also be a useful variation if you can do the full push-up, but start to get fatigued towards the end of this set. This is a really valuable exercise as we get the strength component and we get some stretching as well. Pay attention to good form during your push-up. Squeeze your core in your butt and drive the elbows back at a 45-degree angle. Don't let them flare out to your side. Now this will be our last rep here. I want you to finish nice and strong. When you're done with your downward dog, walk your feet up towards your hands and then take yourself a little break. By now, I know that you're feeling good. You're feeling open, you're feeling strong. I want you to take a few moments to notice how good it feels just to do some simple movement. So we're all done with the hard stuff. Now we get to have some fun. If you know me, you know I love crawling. So let's go down on the hands and knees and crawl forward 10 steps. Move opposites together. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg. Now we'll switch and crab crawl back. Now the hands support you behind your body and you take that same crawling motion with moving the opposite limbs together. And once you get 10 steps in, let's repeat that one more time. You know, it's funny, sometimes people ask me for my best advice on getting a better physique. And I always say, try crawling. It's the best functional core exercise. And as I'm sure you're experiencing right now, it is hard and it really can get your heart rate up and get a good conditioning effect. Not to mention, it's just fun, feels good, and is very, very primal. And that's a wrap, y'all. Just 10 minutes and we got to give our body so much love. We strengthened, we stretched, we moved, and now we can go and have a fantastic day. If you found this routine helpful, we would love a like and a comment below. Let us know how you feel. If you love these follow-along routines, be sure to check out our guided program. It's the first link in the description. You'll gain access to a whole library of different routines. Thanks for joining me today. Come back and see me again soon, as always.